upon his head. And we're going to quickly break down what this beast was. And we're going to show you how this Satan. So when you get to Daniel chapter 7, you can go ahead and pick it up in verse 1. Go ahead.
In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of his head, of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings.
So now, this first beast that he dealing with, he said it was like a lion and it had eagle's wings. Go ahead.
I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
Okay, so that first beast represented the Babylonian kingdom. But go ahead.
And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh.
So that second beast represented the Medo-Persian kingdom. But go ahead.
After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. The beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it.
And this was represented by Alexander the Great. But then it said it had four heads because these heads was broken down because Alexander the Great, you know, you get into history, you see he ruled till he was about 32, 33 years old. Then he died young. It was and the kingdom was broken down to four, which was Ptolemy, Seleucus, Cassandra, and Lysimachus or something. I can't pronounce the other one, but it was broken down to his four generals. Okay, so we got one head. The first was like the lion, had eagle's wings. You know what I'm saying? Then you had another that was like a bear. Then you had a leopard. You had after this I beheld, which was upon the back, four with four wings, and it also had four heads. So you got total of 6 heads so far. Go ahead, verse 7.
After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
So now you got this other beast, this seventh beast, you know what I'm saying? Or no, this fourth beast, seventh head, was diverse from all the other ones. See, all the other ones, they fell and was preceded by another beast. Now, this last beast don't have nobody preceding him, but it said he had 10 horns. Okay? And it said, and it was diverse. I'm in the middle, in the 7th. It was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. These 10 horns have a representation in themselves. But go ahead, verse 8.
I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
So another horn came from these 10 horns and plucked up 3 of the horns, leaving 7 horns. And behold, and now so this other horn that came from this horn, basically this is the Pope. He coming from this Roman, because that's what his last beast was, Rome, and the Pope come from Rome. Okay, and he pluck up 3 of these horns. You know what I'm saying? And you read history, you see that them 3 horns represented the hero lines and the Vandals and the Ostrogoths. You know what I'm saying? That's what them represent. But keep reading though.
And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the thorns were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
So this dreadful and terrible beast ruled all the way until the ancient of days, till Jesus came. Now you say, well, how is this dreadful and terrible beast ruling now? Because it's ruling through Roman Catholicism. We're going to learn some of that today. It's ruling it was a dreadful and terrible beast because it took rulership over our minds. All of us have been contaminated with what this last beast had to offer. You know what I'm saying? We've been Romanized. You understand? We've been Catholicized. You know what I'm saying? Because the doctrine and the things that we have to this day, like Christmas, like Easter, it came from this last beast this dreadful and terrible beast. So this beast is still in play to this day and will be until the Messiah returns. So let's go over to verse 15 and pick it up. Go ahead.
I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me, and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings which shall rise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
See, so that's how we know that we got to still be under one of these beasts, because it said the saints was going to possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So the saints not possessing the kingdom now, so we still under one of these beasts, which we know we're not under the first three beasts. The first beast and the second beast being taken down by that third beast who had the four heads, which was the first beast being Babylon, second beast being Medes and the Persians, third beast being Alexander the Great and his four generals, and the last beast being that dreadful and the great and terrible beast, which we under to this day, right? But verse 19, go ahead.
Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, breaking pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet, and of the ten horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom three fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which should be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall rise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
So I'm gonna tell you who them kings are a little later in this class, but go ahead though.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Talking about this last little horn that came up out of this beast, which was the religious leader that comes up out of this beast. Okay, comes out of Rome. Go ahead.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
And that's what he has done. The religious leader has changed times and laws. Go ahead.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.